November 2019 planetary transits for Cancer and Cancer rising. This is an equal house chart set up for 0 degrees Cancer on the ascendant, Eastern Standard Time, New York. We begin November 1st, 2019, with 3 planets in Scorpio in the 5th house sector. The Sun at 8 degrees Scorpio, Mercury at 27 degrees Scorpio retrograde, and Venus at 29 degrees Scorpio, moving into the sign Sagittarius and the 6th house at 3:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Moon is in Capricorn in the 7th at 1 degree. The planet Mars is at 18 degrees of Libra in the 4th house. Jupiter is at 23 degrees of Sagittarius in the 6th house. Saturn at 15 Capricorn in the 7th. Uranus at 4 degrees of Taurus in the 11th house. Neptune at 16 degrees of Pisces in the 9th house, and Pluto at 20 degrees of Capricorn in the 7th. Mercury, Uranus, and Neptune are retrograde. Please note, the planet Mercury will turn direct motion on November 20th at 2:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 11 degrees of Scorpio. Neptune will turn direct on November 27th, 9:07 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at 15 degrees of Pisces. November 4th and 5th brings a Mars square Pluto energy between houses 4 and 7. Power struggles with partners should be avoided. Ego energies tend to run high under this configuration, leaving bad feelings behind. Make an effort to be compromising instead. On November 8th, the Sun trine Neptune between houses 5 and 9 favors educational forms of recreation. Attend a lecture or take a trip to a museum or art gallery. Under this energy, you'll be more sensitive than usual, and a discussion involving spiritual or metaphysical subjects will make an impact. On another level, your senses will be heightened, bringing an element of the sublime to your creative output. At the very least, use this energy to escape into a romantic novel or movie, especially one having a spiritual dimension. Mercury retrograde conjunct the Sun in the 5th house on November 11th is excellent for communicating on a deep level with a loved one. Mercury retrograde periods ask us to review and analyze the concerns of the house it's moving through. In this case, your love-based relationships, as well as any creative endeavors you're pursuing. As this is also the house of children, use this energy to discuss important issues between you. November 12th brings the full moon, 8:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at 19 degrees of Taurus in opposition to the Sun at 19 degrees of Scorpio, spanning houses 11 and 5, highlighting friendships, love affairs, and creative pursuits. This full moon sheds light on any conflicts between you and your friends, as well as love-based relationships. It is well aspected by Pluto at 21 degrees of Capricorn in the 7th, indicating a compromise will resolve any tensions between you. On November 13th, Mercury trine Neptune between houses 5 and 9 is a very sensitive vibration that enables you to bring forth inspired creative output. This trine brings heightened visual acuity and a sensitivity to universal, collective themes that impact humanity on an emotional level. November 14th brings Venus square Neptune between houses 6 and 9. Misunderstandings at work with coworkers are possible. You may not have all the facts about a situation. Avoid jumping to conclusions. On another level, the urge to escape the mundane will be strong. Do so with a romantic or spiritual book or movie. On November 19th, the planet Mars enters Scorpio and moves into the fifth house sector. The Sun enters Sagittarius on November 22nd and moves into the sixth house. November 24th brings Venus conjunct Jupiter in the sixth house, a high-spirited social vibration that favors all kinds of relationships. The combination of these two energies brings a tendency to go overboard with spending money or indulging in sweets and fatty foods. Occurring in the sixth house of health, you may regret any dietary indulgences. Mars opposed Uranus between houses 5 and 11 on the same day accentuates fun and friendships. On November 25th, Venus enters Capricorn and moves into the seventh house sector. November 26th brings the new moon at 4 degrees of Sagittarius, 10:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the sixth house sector, favoring new beginnings work-wise. Since this is the house that also rules diet, health, and the body-mind connection, adopt a holistic health plan to follow. On November 28th, under Venus trine Uranus between houses 7 and 11, reach out and connect with friends and partners. On another level, getting together with loved ones under this energy will provide positive stimulation.